everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Adamas Machina AM-T02 Predaking set Divebomb. See him there? Again, no box because we'll do that in the combined mode video, but yeah, this is a Divebomb. He seems to be missing something. We'll get into that in a little bit, but yeah, generally, getting close here, he's got a, well, he definitely looks like a bird. I can't remember what kind of bird. It's a hawk. Might be a hawk. That way is a hawk, and you can see he's got little gold eyes. You got some bits of like the kind of a burgundy color right there on the beak and head overall. You got some gold. You got the little Decepticon thing right there. You got some oranges and stuff. Hey, you got the hands chilling out right there. You got this big old thing on his back. You got his little bird feet again with the kind of this weird kind of almost rose gold type like feet looking thing. And yeah, it's actually, you know, not too bad, but you know, he's definitely missing something, which is because yeah, the accessories. Yeah, the accessories here are kind of missing. So basically, yeah, this comes separate in the box, and there's his wings, which are quite massive. And attaching is actually pretty interesting what you got to do. What you got to do here is you got to bring this out of the way. And right here on this thing, you bring this bit, you fold this back all the way so this part's flat, and you slide the wings over top of this part right here. And then you bring this down to help lock it in place. And then you bring this back up, and this divot right here is where this thing lives. And then there you go. That's his wings, and it. And yeah, it works. It's a really nice mechanism to keep the wings attached without making it too difficult to remove them either. So there's that, and on top of that, you also have his little gun, which you know, it's got some nice tech detailing, but also it's just one color. And that can tab in, and you pretty much, there's multiple tab places. I just, tab it in, like, you can't do it like that, but you just tab it in, like, right there. That's your storage. And there you go. Now, as for articulation, I get into this a little backwards, but kind of necessary because of how the wings work. His head can go up and down a bit. So you got that. You do hit, so you can bring it up like that, and bring it down like that, and that's pretty much it right there. And you have a left and right swivel right there. The wings, which are nice, you have a ratcheted flapping motion. Like that. You have this rotation point right here, and also this is mostly for the combined mode, but still something to bring up, which is if you pull down, these are all connected, and you can do that. You can flare out the wings a little bit. That's mostly for combined mode, but still it's something you can do. And then right here at the feet, you do have up and down right here at the feet, and that's pretty much your lot. I mean, you have this, and you can bring the hips forward a little bit, but that kind of untabs that and everything. So yeah, if you do that, you can bring the feet back like this, and then have this, and hey, now he's flying. Unfortunately, there's like no flight stand attachment thing or anything, so yeah, you have to have like some sort of clip system. A little unfortunate that, but there you go. So there's that. Generally, Divebomb is not too bad. So there you go on that, and it's nice and ratchety right there. I love that. So yeah, Divebomb's alt mode, which is again not too bad. It's just kind of limited, but it's kind of expected considering everything. Yeah, his but yeah, measurements. Okay, so his length, which is kind of a weird thing I'm kind of measuring right here. His length, going like this way, like sideways like this, is about 3.5 or 3.25 inches or 8.2 centimeters. And if you have him like this, his length is about 6 inches or 15.2 centimeters, which that includes the wings and everything. Speaking of the wings, his wings are also 11.75 inches wide from tip to tip here, or 29.8 centimeters. So yeah, almost a foot long, almost a foot wide. And then his weight, that includes the wings by the way, is 6.1 ounces or 172 grams. So yeah, there's his measurements. It's kind of a weird thing to measure because of how he sits and everything. But yeah, I have to bring him back a little bit just because of, the wings. Because of the wings, I have to bring him back a little bit more than usual because, yeah, comparing them to other Divebombs, particularly, here's the, the Power of the Primes version, which you can see is significantly taller, but the wingspan, honestly, it's weirdly, the wingspan is not that much bigger. You can see that. Getting that actually centered, but yeah, getting these two actually centered, you can see the wingspan's not that much bigger, although, yeah, the camera, now I'm seeing the camera makes it look like the same. They're not. This is a good maybe inch wider. Yeah, the Power of the Primes version is a good inch or so wider. See how well I can make that clear. Yeah, there we go. See. Not sure you can see that, but yeah, you can see now. Yeah, there we go. There's that. And here's the Kang Toys Divebomb, whose, yeah, his wings are definitely, his joints are definitely kind of wearing out a bit. And what the heck happened here? Must have not noticed that. Okay. Yeah, his wing joints are definitely wearing out a bit because those are gotten kind of floppy over time. You can see that. So there you go. So yeah, dive bomb, alt mode, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So getting them transformed real quick. Yeah, with the wings, what you want to do is rotate them around like this and like that. Just rotate them around and just kind of bring them back a bit. Just get them out of the way. Or here you want to take this thing and bring it down and around and bring it up like this, so it looks like that. Yeah, basically his bird feet become his kneecaps, and then what you do is unpeg those from each other and then bring the legs down. See that right there? Just bring those legs down like so, and like so. Now they sit like that. And then right here, what you want to do is bring down the heel, and you might use the ankle articulations so you can bring out the toe easier. Do that. That's one foot, and then same thing on this foot. You know, bring this down, bring this out, and then bring down the toe, like so. And that's pretty much the legs done. Get this up just a smidge. Right here, you want to take these and you want to bring this bit out. I want to bring this out. Can. There you go. Bring this out right here. Then rotate right here at this joint right here. Bring out this, bring this down, and then rotate it forward like that. And same thing. Bring this out right here. Rotate this down. Extend this out. Bring it down on this joint. That joint, and then rotate that like there. Then right here at the head, what you want to do is bring this up so you have easier access, and then I'll open the bird beak, which I didn't use as articulation. I didn't mention this articulation because, well, you kind of reveal a head. Bring it down so it clicks into place and then brings it back down. And, well, there you go. You got Dive Bomb in his robot mode. Yep, Dive Bomb here is actually, I think generally a pretty good looking robot. I actually like a lot of the stuff here. The thing is, yeah, the bird beak I wish was a little more, didn't hide the face as bad as it does, but that's my only real complaint, honestly. Because, yeah, you can see he shares engineering with Rampage, but thanks to the way he transforms, he doesn't have some of the same flaws Rampage does, which is like with the knees and everything. Also, his arms look generally better. His arms are better proportioned, and just I like the cool little shoulder bits right here as well. Yeah, the wings are definitely a thing. It's pretty clear the reason they tell you to turn these upside down is because they're very heavy, and because of that, they basically act as supports. Unfortunately, yeah, you got that. So if you really don't want those on there, guess what? You don't have to have them. You can just remove those and, yeah, just move them, put it off the side, and now he's wingless, and he still looks pretty good without the wings, which is nice. And of course, yeah, he just looks generally pretty decent like this. And again, getting it close a little bit. Yeah, you can see his head, face, red. You got some gold eyes. You got, again, the gold on the shoulders and stuff. You got all that same stuff which is there in the bird mode. The arms and legs and everything. You got, you know, I guess also like this stuff I forgot to mention. I like this gold like venting detail and stuff. And again, I also like the whole it's very much like, I think, yeah, swoop, Dinobot swoop. The kneecaps, you know, the bird feet becoming the kneecaps and everything. Again, it also fills out that hollow space that was there on Rampage, even though it uses the same engineering. And yeah, you still got this thing here too, but yeah, that just stays there. It doesn't swing around like it does on Rampage, but because that's for the wings. Yeah, you can remove the wings, and that makes it a little better for stability. But yeah, you can also leave them on and have them like this, and it'll still kind of at least somewhat sit in place. It'll still somewhat sit in place, although again, you kind of have gonna have to make some choices about how that, because again, he kind of leans back a bit, and I don't really know a way to make that better. Other than, yeah, you have to angle them really far down. That's what it is. You have to angle them down far enough that, like, there you go. See, now he stands better, because yeah, you have to just kind of adjust the angle on the wings, and that will tilt him up a bit. And there you go. Because you need that. If you're gonna leave the wings on, you have to leave them down like that. You can't have them normal, like flare out like this. So there is that. Also, of course, articulation wise, you got the same, you know, a rotation point here as you did before. So you got left and right. You do have a bit of up and down as well, mostly up. No ball joint. You do have these shoulders would be able to do full 360 if you get the wing pack off. If you pull the wing pack off, you do get full 360 there. Outward, you have that right there. You do have rotation right there. You do have a double jointed elbow, which is nice. Wrists actually are swiveled, which is nice. The waist can swivel as well, largely unhindered. Although I believe if you have let me double check that. But The wings on you. No, actually, nope. Never mind. I was just that for a second, but nope. Unhindered waist swivel, which is nice. Hips right here, again, can go forward, you know, that far. Back that far. Outward, you have the full splits. You have a dedicated thigh swivel. The knees, again, you can do that. There's still kind of a void, but it's not as bad. Also, you can do that, I guess. There's still kind of a void, but it's not as bad, honestly. It doesn't look as bad. Maybe it's because of the colors as well. It doesn't look as bad. And of course, ankle tilts, you do have, you know, ankle tilt that far. And the toe and heel can both go up and down. Well, this one's kind of clicky. Not clicky, it is clicky. So there's all that. Of course, accessories, of course, you obviously get in the wings, and of course the gun, which this can just, you know, slide into his hand, no problem. And there you go. He's got a gun. Pretty straightforward. Now, again, as for some of the height stuff or measurement stuff, up to the top of his head, he's about 4 3/4 inches or 12 centimeters tall. Wingspan and everything remains the same because, yeah. Now, as for some comparisons, again, here is Power of the Primes Divebomb, who is significantly taller, but definitely got some proportional issues and whatnot, including the hell weird thing of his head is really far forward. Definitely has some proportional issues. So yeah, definitely the win here definitely goes to the Adamas Machina version. And the Kang Toys version, which is still pretty cool. But honestly, between the two of them, I actually kind of like the look of the Adamas Machina version between the two of them. And again, he's a little bit taller as well. I will say the Kang Toys version definitely deals with the wings a bit better just because of the sheer amount of articulation of the wings. But also, again, his wings are now, because of age, are starting to lose a lot of that friction, which means they're starting to get droopy, whereas these are very nice and snug still. So, hey. So, yeah, this is still pretty cool, but I'm starting to think I like this one looks-wise better, so there's that. So, that's Divebomb. And yeah, he's actually pretty good. I think honestly, he might be my favorite of the whole set as an individual figure. He's got his quirks, to say the least. Definitely his wings are so heavy that he kind of needs them just for support in the robot mode. And the alt mode is fine because of the way he's got a bigger standing base and he leans forward naturally, so it makes it a little bit better. Transformation is actually, it's kind of interesting considering he shares engineering with Rampage. His transformation just is generally more fun, even though it's also kind of simple. So kudos on Takar for making that happen. Takar Tomy. I think he just generally looks better. He's honestly, yeah, right here in smack in the middle. I think he's my favorite of the 5 individual robots. Yeah, again, I'm not going to. I didn't mention the Rampage, but I'm not going to the combined mode video here. I'll be going combined mode here. I'll be going into that in the combined mode video when I do the full thing. So just adjust things a little bit. But yeah, generally, he's a good looking robot, and I rather like him. Of the 5, he's definitely my favorite, I think. So yeah. While it's very lukewarm on the first 2, this guy is very much, and that's him, and the last 2, you know, the leg guys, are very much in the realm of much better overall robots, and I think really help sell the set as a whole. So, yeah, he's pretty solid overall. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description and at the end of the video. Check out my Coffee Man Patreon, and I shall see you next time with another video review.